Everyone has dreams, whether it's to travel the world, land the perfect job, or do something most people wouldn't ever aspire to. For Northeastern's Jess Genco, these dreams always involved basketball.
I've always wanted to play. I've always loved basketball. I'd always play with the boys on the playground, from a young age, at recess or whatever. My mom playing, kind of telling stories to my younger teams, of her experiences, were something that I just really looked up to. And I think probably from the third grade, I was okay, I want to do this.
The question was, how are these dreams going to play out?
I got a lot of interest from D3 schools. It's almost a little overwhelming, not really D1 or upper level, really.
One of my ex-players, Amber Jacobs, who played for me at BC, called me up and said, "Coach, I don't know if you're looking for a point guard." And of course, at that point, I was absolutely looking for a point guard. And she said, "But I think I've got one that maybe has it." And I said, "I don't know." And she was quite a point guard herself, so she passed along the name and said, "I'm going to send her your way." And that was the first time I had heard about her or had a chance to see her play.
I had broken my arm during the recruiting period, that last recruiting period, the first game. So I remember I was pretty disappointed about that. When I kind of got a call from them, just showing a little bit of interest. I didn't know why. I was like how, but I was really excited.
No diss on Jess, but I can absolutely remember the first time we as a staff saw her play. And when I say unassuming, she came in, wearing little running shorts. And we're not talking, she's playing, she got big old basketball shorts and that whole look. She came in wearing she looked about 10. And she had little tiny running shorts on. I wasn't afraid that anybody was going to swoop her out of our space.
When I came up here, I was go back. I was so nervous. You're just trying to prove yourself. A senior, when I was a freshman, Sam DeFries, great player, all conference. I remember that summer she sent me a text message. It was a really nice text message. And I remember really well. It just kind of put some nerves to rest. Made me it's okay, I belong. Not really having a lot of recruitment, you kind of doubt a little bit.
When it's all said and done, Genco will not only have left her mark at Northeastern, but also on the CAA, where this season she ranks in the top 6 for scoring, assists, free throw percentage, steals, and 3-point field goals made.
She's kind of got this unassuming presence. I am very picky when it comes to point guards. She's got a court IQ and she's got a demeanor on the floor that you just don't see very often. She gets it. She gets the timing and the spacing. She knows where people are going to go sometimes before they know where they're going to go. And I think that's probably, what I saw in her that, like I said, you just don't find very often.
In the end, I just want to be the best that I could have been. It's great to use Tisha and them as that driving force, and maybe I could be a driving force for some younger players down the line. Just want to keep raising the bar here.
It's been a pleasure. I think we as coaches dream of finding that kid, whether it's a diamond in the rough or just having that player who comes in and if you say jump, they say how high every time. I think that's the kind of kid she is, and I think her work ethic, her unwillingness to accept anything less than everything, puts her in that kind of company. And I think, like I said, we dream of having the opportunity to coach a player like that.